All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of I Have No Idea What I'm Doing, where it's basically me, who is an expert in all things music. In fact, many things more, but mostly music. And I get to talk to people who are sometimes extremely smarter than me at things they do, but in this case, someone who's a little, backwards. But that's okay. Welcome, Aaron Penn.
Thanks for that really kind introduction, Tyson.
You're welcome. Now, I'd like to ask you this. And
Go ahead.
You need to ask honestly. I mean, you need to answer honestly.
Okay.
Have you ever worn a dress?
One time.
In what situation?
I was.
Be honest.
I don't really want to talk about this, but
you have to answer the question.
Yeah, I guess one time I was with my stepbrother, or was my stepbrother?
You're with your stepbrother.
My stepbrother, and I think we were with girls, and they
You're adding the girls bit in to make the dress.
Yeah. They thought it would be funny if we put on dresses and they put makeup on us and stuff, and so we did it, and it was funny, and then
it was hilarious.
Yeah, then we got laid. So
okay, all right, we're off to a flying start here with Aaron. Okay,
now can I reverse that?
Yeah.
Have you ever worn a dress? And I know the answer is yes. So why don't you tell me about it?
Only this one time.
That's okay. Go on.
I was visiting your mom in Seattle.
That's not true.
And I knew
this is offensive.
There's nothing. It's not offensive. I knew that
it is.
No, wait.
But go ahead.
I was visiting your mom, but I overheard her talking about how much she loves dudes in dresses. So
this was my mom.
She was saying that through the glass.
The woman who birthed me.
Yeah. And so I went out and found the prettiest dress I could find and visited, but I'll tell you what, it didn't go anywhere, so don't worry.
Thank God, first of all. And I really have a hard time believing that my mom.
That was the only time I wore a dress.
And you've never met my mom. No, you have not.
That's what you think. You started it, man.
How did I start it?
Next time you'll be more courteous on my show.
Next time I'm gonna call up your mom.
Fine, she's in Australia. She's in Australia.
Yeah, and I'll fly there. I'll take the 12-hour flight and get there.
Okay.
And I'll buy a dress from the nearest Australian shops. What do you call it?
12 hours will give me enough time to prepare. I'll look at my phone. I'll call you or text you. And when I notice that you're not answering, I'll know what you're doing now. You've just given away the plan.
Yeah, exactly. If you ever can't reach me, just assume I'm with your mom.
Okay. That's
in a dress.
That's so rude. That's so rude.
It's not.
Let's switch topics, okay? So I'm gonna be sweet here. I'm gonna let Aaron pick one of the topics off the topic board.
Yeah, and again, Tyson writes down all the topics on the Tyson board
because it's my podcast.
Well, is it?
Yeah, just because you're my special guest all the time doesn't mean that you.
Well, yeah, I don't want to get into specifics here, but
I'm giving you the courtesy of.
You let me choose from 12 topics that you chose, and they're all weird.
A lot of them are normal.
No, I mean a lot of them are weird. Are you sure you don't want me to just go in order? Or do you want me to pick one at random?
Whatever you want. We could go start with music.
That's boring. Huh? Music would only be a good topic if I had someone here who knew something about music. Like I could actually talk about it with.
So not courteous. Okay. All right, fine. We'll skip music.
No. That's a good topic. I have a question.
Yes.
At what age did you start playing the piano?
2.
That's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Yeah.
Why? Did your parents force you, put your fingers on the keyboard and make you do it? There's no way. You can't even talk yet.
But I could play.
No, you couldn't. I don't believe you.
I could.
What was the first song you ever played?
It was a piece by, I think it was a piece by Mozart.
Shut up, dude. It was a Saint Joy or whatever, Saint Jude, like bing, 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 bing. You know that song?
That's what you might perceive Mozart as, but that's because your small mind can't soak in the elaborate depth of good music, like well written score.
Well, I actually played piano and I took lessons for years.
What time did you start?
I was in my preteens.
Okay.
This is when you'd been practicing for 10 or so years, apparently.
Yeah.
So what, you can play Furlise perfectly at the age of 3?
Yes, for sure.
That's not true.
Yeah. You know what else I could do?
Yeah.
Read minds.
Does reading music translate to reading minds?
No, not usually. That was another skill set I had.
Okay. And you found this out how?
Because I was reading everyone's minds around me, and everyone was just like, and I mean, I was like 3, so, and everyone around me that I read their mind, and I just spoke back to them with my mind, and they all got so shocked that it basically the walls were shaking, and I destroyed a house.
So your childhood household just crumbled.
It was but everyone was still alive. I kept them alive with my force field skills, which was the next thing I was going to get you to.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was kind of like a scene from, I guess you could say, like Darkest Minds, where just the power of thought went and just destroyed everything.
So your mind is so powerful that you crumbled your house to the ground.
But then I used my mind to build it right back up again. That took about 2 seconds.
This is all such bullshit, and I know it.
Don't assume.
I'm not going to assume that it's anything.
Assume that it's everything.
I'm not going to assume, first of all. And
worst choice you've ever made.
You've had that candle on top of your speaker burning for the last 5 hours, and it really pisses me off because that's a fire hazard, and I don't think that you're going to forget about that. You're going to go to bed tonight, and that's going to burn all through the night.
Yeah, but I'll just build the house back up with my mind. And also, I don't believe that you're scared of fire hazards.
Oh, I'm scared. No, actually, I'm not scared. You know, a really good quote.
Yes.
About fire.
Yeah.
That I live by.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to love this. It's actually a really beautiful quote, and it might be a little cheesy, but.
Okay.
It's by
some artist. Get burned.
That's a good one, but no, it's my candle burns at both ends, and it might not make it through the night.
Is that why you look so rugged?
Yeah, exactly, dude.
You've been burning the candle at both ends.
My life, I'm limited. But oh, my friends, and my foes, it gives a lovely light.
Well,
Isn't that beautiful?
That was actually beautiful. You took that into nice poetry.
Yeah.
Speaking of poetry, I'd like to move on to the topic of supersonic jets.
Okay.
So this is actually true. There is a company, I read this story on a little app I have called Quartz that delivers the news to you, but in little
Quartz, like Q with a Q?
Yep, with a Q. And what it does is tells you little facts. This company that just started up, where they're working towards the next supersonic jet that's going to take passengers from New York to London in 90 minutes.
Bullshit.
True. Not going to happen till 2024. I could see 2000 something. It's like a decade away. But my problem with this is, didn't they already try it with the Concorde?
So the Concorde was a early stage effort at this sort of supersonic travel. And actually, it's funny you mentioned supersonic jets because my company, Outer Realm,
is going to show off now.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
But it's not really a plug because I don't think anyone listening is like a buyer of this.
The only one that gets plugged is you. Yeah. So let's go.
So we made a VR virtual reality experience of a supersonic jet called Boom.
So it's not real.
Well, no, the company is very real. They've raised a lot of money and they're making a really cool supersonic jet. It's called Boom. BOOM.
How original.
boom. Yeah,
The
like
sonic boom.
Yeah, when you transcend the speed of sound,
Yeah.
it makes this sound called boom.
It makes a sonic
And-
boom. It doesn't go boom.
It makes a sound. Yeah. You know when Chuck Yeager broke the speed of sound? Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we made a VR experience of it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
So
can
why why does the sonic boom not break the jet? If it breaks glass. Sometimes the Concorde caused some serious damage on the ground.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Well, it's
the Concorde
because
also-
the people at Boom are just more.
they're doing it in VR.
Yeah, they experimented with VR. They did it way earlier than you. What's that? Quartz?
Quartz is
Stupid, dude. They don't
it's
know
an-
what they're doing.
It's an app that delivers the news. It delivers all sorts of news. It doesn't just talk about supersonic.
Okay, well then
I think,
Boom has probably been mentioned on Quartz.
I think it probably has not. But let's talk about the Concorde. What went wrong with it?
It was just too early.
Later on the show I'm gonna have a jet fighter pilot talk about this and
Please.
debunk.
You think a jet fighter pilot would come into this room?
Oh, he definitely would.
Dude, no. He'd
It's
come in here.
scheduled.
He'd come in here. He'd be like, he'd walk in here.
Yeah.
Spend like less than 3 seconds looking around, see all these lights and the like music plaques, and he'd be like, "Okay, this has been fun. I'm going to turn around right now, and I'm leaving."
No, because I'm gonna ask him real questions that he'll have the answers to, like the ones you're not answering right now. What went wrong with the Concorde?
He could probably answer that way better than I could.
A few of them blew up.
Did they?
Yeah, they stopped it. They had to stop the Concorde. So,
Yeah.
and people.
I wish I could-
I actually know people who flew on the Concorde.
And they're dead now.
No. There's one person.
Sorry for your loss.
No, there's one person I know who lives in Beverly Hills, and he flew on the Concorde, according to his story. And people used to smoke on it.
So this was back in like what, the 60s?
Yeah, because the planes we fly on now, some of them still have ashtrays, and
That's true.
and they still audaciously have no smoking signs. Like
And me and Tyson are just like jeweling in the bathroom like every time.
dueling like with our horses and our
Yeah,
long sticks,
dueling.
running at each other.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact, Tyson and I have never been on an airplane together before.
That is a fun
But it's
fact.
going to happen sometime,
Well,
right?
it will when my missions that I keep not getting start to happen.
Yeah, Tyson continuously texts it's a service company called Magic.
This is true.
They will do anything for you. You text this
As
company
long
Magic.
as it's legal, they'll do
As
anything.
long as it's legal. It's
and you have to be able to pay for it.
right.
Yeah.
And Tyson, every time that he's had a couple drinks, will text
I don't
them.
drink.
Yeah, I mean, neither of us drink. That's obvious. But
Sorry, I was just laughing at how silly your socks are. Anyway, yeah.
that's a whole nother thing. Just like, anyways, Tyson, when he has had a couple drinks, he will text this company called Magic,
This is true.
and he'll ask them
Look it up. Look up Magic.
to find a jet or a helicopter
Yep.
that will take him high up in the sky.
It's actually been, I'm a little embarrassed because I get the bills come in on Friday. So like if you have a couple of like fancy nights out and then it gets to like 1 a.m., sometimes I want to just see if I can get a helicopter from a ridiculous place. And then
Why not?
And then they always write back, oh, we're researching into that. Do you want to read the
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. It's funny because they never are able to actually get him a helicopter or a jet. They just charge him $40 for texting him.
No, I just feel like looking into it. Here, go through some of these. So this is the real deal. This is Magic, the company.
If anything, Magic is watching this right now, obviously.
Yeah.
And they
okay. So this is me ordering flowers to my mom for Mother's Day, and then go from here.
Why would you order flowers from this side? There's way like cheaper ways to do it.
They just send it.
They send it, dude. Okay, so after the flowers to his mum, Tyson goes, "Hi, I've been looking to go for a flight in a MiG aircraft to space, or as high as it gets. The only flights I can see leave from Russia. However, online, I've seen California options. It's basically a recreational flight in a fighter jet where they get you to an incredible altitude. I was planning to go to Russia for this life bucket list experience, but recently I've heard it's possible in California. Can you please blow my mind on this?
I was legit asking this question. Does it have a timestamp? But
I want to see space.
I just wrote, I want to. Did I write that?
That was at 8:24 p.m. Then 4 minutes later, they write back, that sounds exciting, Tyson. I'll look into MiG aircraft flights from California. I'll get started on this now and get back to you in an hour. And that's where their $40 comes from.
Yeah, because
those pieces of shit.
They take ages to find out.
And then he goes, I've noted that you'd like the highest altitude flight possible.
That was Magic's response. They took note of that.
Yeah, they did. Hopefully I find options that can take you as far as space. And then Tyson goes, thank you. Please don't limit the search by MiG. And for those of you who don't know, MiG is a Russian aircraft. It's like from the Cold War era.
But they can go the highest, I think.
Right, but it's so sketchy. Like you could die.
You could die in your car, but anyway, keep going.
Okay.
I want to see space.
I don't know enough about planes. I want to find a California option that gets me to the highest altitude for a few $1,000.
I wasn't really thinking about. I wasn't being realistic.
But the thing
I was
is,
trying to see if they could find a cheap option for me to see space.
If they got back to you right now and like,
oh yeah,
here's a flight to space. It leaves from LAX in 2 hours.
I would walk out that door.
$10,000.
Yes, I would do it
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. I would walk out the door and I would catch an Uber straight to wherever that jet is, and I would do it.
So they text back, you're welcome. I'll expand my search for aircrafts bound from California that can reach very high altitudes for a few $1,000. And Tyson goes, thank you. Please note that I'll go to another country for this. But if the experience is similar, then I would go for California. At the end of the day, I want to see space.
Can you pause there? Can you imagine the assistant that's helping me with this back in his office in Silicon Valley? One guy next to him is probably like, it's like, what are you working on? He's like ordering flowers. He's like, I'm dealing with this guy who wants to see space.
I'm trying to get this dude a MiG aircraft flight from space.
No, not from space.
To space. Whatever. And they're just talking shit.
This is actually true.
And then they go, Tyson's like, highest altitude possible. They go, understood. I'll try my best to see if there's any available services in California that can accommodate this. I'll update you as promised. Meanwhile, they're just biting their tongue, trying to let the clock run.
I know.
And charge you as much as possible. This is why
it's becoming a financial problem for me. Not because it's just because every week I'm trying to do something like this and it's never happening.
You should read these. There's just so many texts from Magic. Like, okay, yeah, a Virgin Galactic costs $250,000.
I think that's when I went, no.
Like out of my price range. And they're like, I'd be happy to reach out.
It wasn't
to other options.
It wasn't out of my price range. It's just like Virgin Galactic only puts you in space for like 9 seconds. You're not really in space.
And yeah, all you do is experience zero gravity.
And also you have to do it with like 10 other people on board, and I only want to see space on my own.
Right.
As long as there's just one pilot.
You want a MiG.
I want a MiG.
And they go, I do want to express that our option in the U.S. seem to be limited as most efforts of this nature are either in the research stage or have become bankrupt. And then Tyson replies, ouch.
It's true.
And then they ask, Magic asks, would you be open to options outside the U.S. instead?
And I'd already told them I would travel outside.
Yeah,
so
what are they?
They didn't keep up with that, did they?
And need it be noted, their picture, the Magic's picture is a fox.
I put that there.
Why? You put a fox there?
Yeah, I just put it there.
But why?
It's the only thing in my phone that has an image.
You have a picture of a fox right on standby, just ready to apply to anyone's profile picture? I
think I had a... Yeah, it's only on Magic, but anyway.
Okay. So far, there seems to be a lot of fighter jet options within the U.S. that make it a tad bit higher than usual altitudes. They range from $2,000 to $3,000. I could look for more.
That's amazing.
That's crazy. To make way for this, I'll get back to you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific DT. My apologies. I meant to say I'll send the update on Monday at 12 p.m. PDT. That's not important.
No.
Also, upon my initial research, initial research on several services, I reached 1 hour on this task, and here's where they charge you $40.
Yeah, I'm telling you, every week. This is just the space one. It's been a month
Dude,
of
they love you over there. I bet you. All they have to do is search on their computer and tell you, yeah, it's not possible.
Well, they found that was an option for me. It wasn't high enough. Wouldn't take me high enough. They
You need to see space.
They do
obviously.
let me fly the jet, but
That's bullshit.
it says right there.
And then Tyson goes, that's fine. Let's go for the fighter jets that go as high as possible in California. No rush. Let's work on this. And you think tomorrow morning you're going to wake up and want the same thing?
Yes.
If I can remain in California and see space, it's close. Let's keep pushing this.
Yep.
And then Magic goes, awesome. I'll prioritize the availability of high altitude fighter jets in California. I'll be sure to emphasize that your preference during my call. Since this isn't so urgent, I'll make way for the services responses on blah, 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 blah. And then Tyson goes, thanks with a pray emoji. Chat soon.
Because I'm praying that it will happen.
Good. Best $40 you ever spent.
Yeah. So anyway, I think the point of that is that I've been...
Did you get to see space? That's the point.
No, but I got closer to learning the answer of how I will.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Now, I'm going to be polite again and let you pick the topic you want to talk about next off the topic board.
Thank you, Tyson. You picked one straight from the middle, so I'm going to kind of rewind back to the start here.
So we've spoken about space. Some of these are a little silly.
Well, why don't we do the one that seems the least silly?
Okay, well this is a question I actually do think about a lot. Is
baked beans?
No, no. Well,
that's an actual topic on his topic board. Baked beans. I don't know how long you think that conversation would last.
Well, why don't we try? Okay.
Okay.
Baked beans.
When you go into Chipotle, pinto or black?
I don't like beans. I don't.
Why? Neither pinto. So when you go to Chipotle, you get zero beans.
I don't like the taste of beans.
That makes no sense. You have to choose a bean.
I don't go to Chipotle because I don't like beans. And you know,
every Mexican restaurant you go to, you have to eat
no beans.
That is not true.
No,
I do not believe that. I'm actually being serious.
You've seen me do it at Seoul. That's not
in Playa Vista, where we are. You asked them for no beans.
That's not courteous.
Okay, why don't you like beans?
I just don't like beans. Like there's got to be food you don't like.
Yeah, I don't like mushrooms, but I ate them today.
Okay, well that's fine. There's got to be one that you really don't like snake.
Okay, dude, actually, I don't like squid. I don't like squid.
You don't like squid?
Yeah.
Squid? Why? Because of its texture?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's not.
It's chewy. It's like, ew, I'm eating an octopus, that sort of thing.
It's not an octopus. A squid is a squid and an octopus is an octopus.
No, they're the same thing. They're the same thing. If it has tentacles, I'm not going to eat it.
They're
Period.
They're cephalopods.
That is disgusting. I want to eat that word. They're cephalopods.
Okay, so you've never tried calamari?
Dude, yes, I've tried it.
Would you eat it with beans?
No, especially now. That'd be the worst combination.
Exactly.
Would you
eat
beans with calamari?
I don't eat beans at all.
I do not believe you. Why? Last time you were at a Mexican restaurant, seriously, when you go into Seoul, you seriously tell them, I'd like a burrito with no beans.
Yeah. Put anything else in it.
But what is it? The texture of the beans?
Kind of. It's this pasty, chalky texture. And also, they just don't do anything for you. They're just like...
Actually, that's wrong. Beans are very protein filled.
Okay. Cool.
So filled with...
so is...
Good stuff.
So is fish. But I just don't like beans. Okay. How hard is this to comprehend? How hard is it to comprehend that I don't like beans?
It's actually very hard to comprehend because I think everyone watching would agree with me.
I think some people out there would dislike beans.
No, some people might dislike pinto beans because they're less healthy for you.
How dare you diss
but
me?
saying you dislike beans in general.
I don't.
It's so
like beans.
unbelievable.
No, I don't like
unbelievable
beans. I
to
don't
me.
like beans. All right, we're moving on to another topic then, because this is obviously
No, we have to come to a resolution
It's
here.
aggravating me.
I will eat calamari if you will eat beans. Try it.
Well, I don't know how much you dislike calamari.
A lot. As much as you dislike beans.
Fine, I'm gonna cook a calamari dish,
I don't want to eat like homemade calamari. That seems like worse.
and I'll eat. You just don't trust my cooking.
Absolutely. That's true.
Okay, well, we'll go to a proper seafood restaurant, and we will have a grand old time with you eating calamari, and I.
I won't be able to eat one because it'll be like stuck on my teeth. I'll be like trying
So
to
then I
chew
won't have
through
to eat the beans. That's
one.
great.
You will because you said you would because I ate calamari.
No, but you saying you wouldn't be able to do it. So let's just stop
Okay.
contradicting
Yeah, this
yourself.
is going nowhere.
Okay, next topic. Could you microwave your head for 2 seconds and not?
Where do you come up with this?
Wait, could you microwave your head for 2 seconds and walk away still normal? So what I mean by this is like a home microwave, and the door is you've rigged it up so that it will still go when the door is like open.
So you've hacked into it.
You've hacked it. So you've hacked it. So
Okay.
you put your head into it sideways, and then you just press 2 seconds and go. Do you think you would walk away just like a slightly bit off, or do you think?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I think 2 seconds would be like wouldn't have even started. Like a little bit of radiation. You've had X-rays. You've had things like that.
Dude, I really just think like microwaving your brain, like sending all those weird waves through it.
They're not weird if
Did you
if
hear about those
you're not-
fucked up kids who put their hamsters in microwaves?
Oh, we're not going there. I don't like animal cruelty.
Well, you're talking about animal cruelty right
it's-
now because we are animals.
Okay, that's a good
And
point.
You're asking me to put my head in a microwave for 2 seconds.
I'm not asking
Why-
you to do it. I'm asking. It's a hypothetical. It's,
How much money would you give me?
I
Or
wouldn't.
how much would I earn if I put my head in a microwave?
A better question is, how much would you accept to put your head in a microwave for 2 seconds?
$1 billion.
Okay, so do you think you'd still walk out okay? You'd be financially okay. What
Be
about?
financially okay. I think I would not be the same person before I put my
It
head
might
in the microwave.
make you improved.
That is a very big insult.
I'm not trying to
What
insult.
do you improved in what way?
Well, what if it does like you've heard of Spider-Man, right?
You think that if I put my head in a microwave, I'll become like a superhero for 2 seconds?
Who's to say? Who's to say you wouldn't? It might just change your state of mind, and you become vigilante, and you start taking down the bad guys in the streets. Microwave headman.
If I had $1 billion, I wouldn't want to become a vigilante.
You'd be a microwave headman vigilante.
Yeah, I'd be fucked
Oh,
up.
look, it's microwave head. Aaron Penn
It's microwave head. Look out for microwave head.
coming to the rescue.
That's the
And you'd
dumbest
be, and
thing
you'd
I've
be
ever heard
running
in my
like
life.
this.
Keep doing that. Keep doing
Until
that.
some superhero comes along and he's microwaved his head for 3 seconds. And
And he can overpower me.
And he's your nemesis. He's,
Oh,
your,
you 3 second motherfucker.
he's like your nemesis. He's like got more skills than you do because he just went 1 second longer.
Just one more.
And that's basically what I'm getting to in life is just push harder.
Just go one step further.
Yeah. Even if it's
Do
1
one
second.
more push up. Go to do cardio for 1 more minute. Microwave your head for 1 more second. Everything you do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we can move on from this topic because I've had enough fun with it. I'll start this one again. How shit is the Mona Lisa? We might agree on this.
I mean, I'm not gonna just say the Mona Lisa is shit because I respect.
How do you respect?
I respect
Okay.
the U.S. History and culture.
If someone painted a lady, cool story.
Yeah, you know what's cool about her?
I'd just be like, next. The eyes always seem to be looking at you. That's the big thing,
Please
right?
tell me you've read the Da Vinci Code.
It's a movie with Nicolas Cage. You can't read it.
It's a book that they made a movie after.
Yeah, with Nicolas Cage.
And Mona Lisa is a staple of human of I would say U.S. culture, but really it's human culture. Even you as an Ost, is that what they call you? What's
Yeah, do you want? I'll give you an example of human of culture. If you think that the Mona Lisa is great culture,
I do.
So in Australia, there was a guy named Ned Kelly. Google it if you want. And Ned Kelly, it was a bushranger, which is kind of like in the Wild West days, like people that would rob trains.
Rub trains.
Not rub or wash trains. He would rob trains.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Like rob, like thief.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And anyway, he's famous because he used to wear a bucket on his head, like a metallic, like just bucket really, and chain.
So he couldn't see?
And chainmail. No, he cut eye holes in it. And he got into a big fight with the cops, and they took him down, and then they sent him out for hanging. This is very dark now, I realize. But right before he hung, they said, "What is your last words?" And do you know what he said?
No.
Tyson is the greatest.
That is.
No, he didn't.
You were not even alive.
No, okay, no. This is what he said. Okay, no joke. You could Google this. He said, "Such is life." Before they hung him.
Such is life.
Yeah. What a man.
I respect that in such a weird way.
Mm.
It reminds me of, you know that movie Valkyrie?
Sounds boring.
No, it's really cool. It's about these during
I'm
Nazi
just
times.
gonna step over here for a second.
So uncourteous. I'm about to tell you an awesome story.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Just keep telling me the story.
Yeah, so he did this thing and like he was this guy during Nazi times, and it was with Tom Cruise, and he basically betrayed the Nazi empire, and he got executed. And at the last minute before he was shot at the pole, he said, "All hail the mainland."
Good.
And then
For anyone who hasn't tried the
He was
Maya
dead.
Trig, check it out. The Maya Trig is like the best massager in the world. It's pretty much a power tool that massages you.
Tyson's getting paid by him right now. So, anyways, Tom Cruise.
Are you done with your Nazi story so we can move on to the real stuff?
Yeah, just forget it.
Okay. I want to talk to you about something wild, which I haven't thought of yet.
You didn't even myotrig me.
Oh, here we go. This is a good one. How do you sleep at night? How do you even sleep at night, Aaron?
That's a great question. I normally turn on my laptop. I play some highlights from The Office.
You're just dropping cans everywhere.
Just says the guy who just like myotrigs his thighs in the middle of our podcast.
I do what I want. No, this
When I
is, do you
want
know,
it.
do you know, I can picture how you sleep.
Tell me what you think I do.
Fetal position.
Why?
I just imagine you sleeping like this until finally you cry yourself to sleep.
I mean, yeah, there's tears, but it's not every night.
Do you sleep on your side or on your back?
Why does that matter?
Because it's funny, like how some people sleep. Like I sleep on my side. I have a pillow. I sleep with a pillow between my legs.
Don't say that.
I do. And then
Don't admit that to people.
I've said nothing.
That means you have
No, I don't like.
that's a Freudian slip.
No, I don't like my thighs to touch.
So you put a pillow in between them.
Yep. The DP.
Dude, that makes me think that you have some sort of weird.
I also cuddle a
fetish.
pillow too.
So you sleep with like 4 pillows. What
I
does your
have to- yeah,
fiance think about this?
nothing she could do. Okay, moving
I'm the man.
moving on.
No. I want to ask. Well, I guess you just answered
But just
it. How do you sleep at night?
I go to sleep with a huge smile on my face, just remembering,
Just pure pleasure.
yeah, just remembering all the fantastic achievements I've done in the day, and as I fall to sleep, I hear a voice in my head that says, "Wow." That's it, and then I drop off.
That's God.
No, it's not. That's okay. How about you pick a topic? Oh, I've got a good one. I'll go again.
Well, it's my turn.
Okay, pick a topic. We're going to eventually get to one that's, I think, a fascinating story that actually happened today on the walk back from Whole Foods.
Is that the topic you want me to pick?
Yeah, talk about what we heard. It was pretty funny.
Which one is that?
It's called LA shit.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. Yeah, there was a girl right outside of out of Whole Foods in Playa Vista.
Doesn't matter if it was a girl or a guy, but yeah.
It was a girl.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who.
But we're not gender.
No. I mean, that's why we have female participation time.
Hasn't happened on the show yet, but yeah, eventually.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we walk out and she was asking an employee of Whole Foods if her box was
God, you worded
compostable. And it was just so funny in the moment because it was just so ridiculous.
We were walking past and there was a lady sincerely asking a Whole Foods person and she goes, "Can I compost this?"
Yeah, and like right before her, there's this like big old dude just throwing everything he has in recycling, like chicken bones and hot sauce.
Do you even recycle?
I do, only because all my roommates do. And if I didn't do it, it would be offensive to them.
So you're worried about what people think of you?
Yes.
See, I'm not.
Absolutely.
Do you know why I recycle? Because I care for Mother Earth.
I don't believe that's the real reason you recycle.
I go to the recycling bin and I make sure I sort out.
You don't have a recycling bin. I've been out there. You put the recycling and the garbage all in the same thing.
No, because I sort it when I get to the chute.
That's not true. You go through your garbage bag and you pull out all the cardboard stuff.
That's how much I care about planet Earth.
I do not believe you. Tell me something to change my mind. And you don't think about
be courteous.
The candles that you just consistently burn all throughout the day.
I'm allowed. My friend gives me these candles. Her name's Tori, and she makes candles.
I've met her. They're great candles. That's neither here nor there.
So this.
Why has it been burning all day? That's no way to conserve.
Do you know why? Because I'm doing you a favor.
How?
Because not many people deserve the smell of a beautiful candle.
Don't check the time while we're on the podcast.
I wasn't checking the time. I was correcting my watch position.
Tyson has a Mickey Mouse watch.
It's not. It's a Nixon. It's a Nixon watch with Mickey Mouse hands. That's it. And it's also celebrating the 90th birthday of Mickey Mouse. If mice actually lived that long, but he's a cartoon, so he transcends time.
You're right.
Speaking of transcending time, I'd like to talk to you about camping. I don't know why I wrote that. Why did I write that?
Because I know you have a really funny joke that you want to tell everybody about camping.
Yeah. So Aaron once went camping.
Many times.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite activities.
And he invited me. And I came with him. And I hate camping. I don't like it. But I did it because Aaron said this will man you up. And I thought I could use some manning up. But then when I was asleep, he crawled into my tent like something from Brokeback Mountain. And that freaked me out.
I put shaving cream on your hand and I tickled your nose. And then you woke up and you're like, and you put shaving cream all over your face. It was hilarious.
Well, that's why I will never go camping. But now with the truth, why do you love camping?
I'll tell you why I love camping. Because I have one joke about camping.
You have a camping joke?
Yeah, I do.
This is not a joke show. This is a science show, but okay.
No, but this is
a show about science and music and
how much music have we talked about in this episode?
It's coming up, but let's keep going. Let's hear your camping joke.
Tyson.
Yes, Aaron.
Tell me one word that describes camping.
I know this joke, but I'm going to let you deliver the punchline.
You know it? Really?
Yeah, you've said it to me multiple times. Intense.
Yes. Intense.
Oh, such a good one.
You just ruined it, the entire thing.
That's what you get for repeating a joke to me 3 times.
I thought you were gonna say the joke about camping. You had another joke. About camping.
I have a camping joke.
Yeah, tell it. Is it inappropriate?
No, it's not really about camping. It's what I was saying was that
the pole one.
Yeah, no, I once actually I took a pole, and 100% of the people in the tent got pissed off when it collapsed.
And I let you finish that joke, and you stole mine from me.
Be courteous,
you asshole.
You be courteous. Calm it down.
Barely be courteous here, dude.
Okay. Now, feel free to look at the board and pick a topic.
Look at all these bullshit topics. There's like
that's great topics I've written.
I'm trying to think of the ones that we haven't even hit.
I can see a few. It starts with E, S. This is actually one you chose. You chose. This is
escalators.
I actually let you choose a topic.
Yeah, for once. And it's a stupid topic, so I'm embarrassed.
No, I think it's great.
Escalators.
I can
what can we talk about escalators?
Well,
cool. They go up and down, and the stairs revolve. And okay, next topic.
No. I can tell you what is annoying about escalators. The people who stand on them. Like, it's meant to be a set of stairs that you still just walk up like other stairs, but they get you there faster. But yet some people go, oh, it's moving. I don't have to do anything. And yet I'm trying to like get around. And do you know what it's worse? Travelators. They're not even stairs. So it's way easier to do
in an airport.
Yeah. And I'm like, got my luggage and I'm racing to get my next flight for this massive sold out show. I'm just
you asshole.
I'm trying. What do you mean? I'm just telling you because I'm racing to get to this massive sold out show where people are already screaming for me to be on stage, and I'm running late. I'm running late, and there's some.
That's how you describe your show.
And there's this particular show, yeah. And there was somebody on it.
They're already screaming, and you're not even there.
Yeah.
And you're just racing through the airport at Salt Lake City or wherever weird place that you have to go to.
I go to other places too, like New York and like London.
Yeah, but that's not like that's this particular show.
And
let's be honest.
Hungary and Russia and Romania.
You had a sold out show in Romania?
Yes.
Really?
How do you not believe these stories?
You actually had a sold out show in Romania.
I sold a show out in Romania. How hard is that to believe?
I would believe it if you say it to me seriously.
It had a capacity of like 300.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
I could sell out a show in Romania for 300 people.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I could. I'd show them the magic leap, and they would just how would you drop their pants.
Okay, what's the first thing you can tell me about DJing?
Easy. You have 2 spinny things, and you just go whip, 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 whip.
That's okay. That's how many people are going to be so offended and dislike you now because of this podcast.
How many? Like 6?
You can have 6 if you want. You can have 4. Sometimes I'll have 5.
Dude,
the worst bit is that you went the wiki. That's so annoying when people say wiki to me because that's called scratching. People do that. It's a whole different kind of show.
Okay, but honestly, and I don't even mean this offensively, but
yes, you do.
When
I know it's coming.
When you are DJing,
yeah,
and I say that with quotation marks,
yeah,
you're really just hitting a play button.
No, more than that. You track selection, reading the crowd, making sure the songs are actually in time with each other. Yeah, reading the crowd is a real thing because when you're performing, you have to have high highs and like you've got to dip them down a little bit in order to get them higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So everyone's on ecstasy and they're just like...
Don't talk about drugs on my show. Because I don't...
Just being honest, that's the only way you'd enjoy when you're shows.
Pirates. Do you think pirates are cool?
That's cool.
This is a really bad topic. I'm just gonna move straight on. This is
You mean people like what type of pirates? Just the ones that steal music? Is that what
like the ones that have CD burners on ships?
I was thinking
and they're
of the
like
ones
traveling around, like making
hooks and
making
stuff.
copies of my music because it was so like
they just make so much money off of copying. music.
because they were getting my music
Yeah.
to the people. These were the good pirates.
Yeah,
everyone
right.
respected them. I was losing money, of course, but
Dude, it doesn't. It doesn't even matter to you. Like,
I have no problems with that.
yeah,
that's
I
fine.
mean, you're so
The only
rich.
thing that pissed me off about it mostly was that that they did it behind my back on boats, and I've always wanted, like, I love boats.
like sail, like
I love
sailing.
sailing boats, but I don't like to sail them. I actually, this is a true story. I have spinal spondylosis because I fell. Don't laugh, man. It's in my L4 vertebrae, and it's because I was pulling up a sail on a boat and I fell through the manhole, and and I hit my back.
Dude, that is the funniest story
How
about
is
breaking your back ever.
How is that
I was
funny?
pulling up a sail and I fell through the manhole.
I forgot to shut it, so now I'd never sail. Do you know what I do now? I just relax.
Just straight up go through the manhole and
I just-
avoid the sail altogether.
I just relax with wine and cheese, and I just look at the captain and I say, "I'm the captain now." And then I say,
That's from that movie.
"What movie?
The one about Captain Phillips.
You mean Sully?"
No, that's the airplane movie. Captain Phillips? Is that what the movie's called?
Yeah, it's called Sully.
No, dude, it's the airplane.
Captain Sully?
No, absolutely. No, it's called Captain Phillips. It's so funny how you injured your back
On a boat?
through a manhole.
It's hilarious. Yeah, now I have to live with that back pain for the rest of my life. You think that's really funny?
No, I don't think it's funny you're in pain. But definitely the doctors gave you some pretty hefty
There was some painkillers.
medication.
Yeah.
So I think you're fine.
Okay.
And you're laughing about it.
Well,
And you think that Captain Phillips and Sully are the same movies.
okay. Well,
even funnier.
why don't you tell me about your? This is one you actually asked me to write on the board. Brass instruments in an orchestra.
I just think it's funny. I just think it's really funny. Like in an orchestra where there's the orchestrator who's going like bleep bleep.
It's
bleep,
called a
bleep.
conductor.
Yeah, a conductor. He's doing this,
Yeah.
and then the instrumenter,
The
violin people are going like.
You clearly know everything about.
And the cellists are going.
Cellists.
Me. And the violas, they're going like this
Yep.
and everything, and then you have the drummers just banging on
It's
shit.
a percussion instrument.
Yeah, just fucking like badass.
You know I'm a badass.
But
drummer.
then it's just funny to me that there's also people going like, like
well, they're doing a
I
lot.
just think it's funny that like the brass.
You
It's
know-
not really super important. Like you could do it on a computer.
Oh my! You have no idea how important brass is. Ever heard of jazz or like big band?
Never heard of it.
Oh, never heard of jazz. You've never heard of jazz?
Never.
Okay. Do you know
Educate me.
Okay. Do you like Star Wars?
No. Yes, dude, I love Star Wars.
Of course you love Star Wars. Do you now? Do you know the most of the instruments? I'd say most, but like a huge part of it was brass instruments.
I have a hard time believing that.
Oh, the Star Wars soundtrack is mostly brass.
Hum it for me.
Da, 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 da,
Yeah, see, that doesn't sound like.
Yeah, but it was. It's because it's played by a big group.
How many?
Probably 40.
40 people all
Yeah.
just going.
Enough to take you down.
Taking you down.
Enough to take you down. They would be so mad about what you're saying about their instruments. You're not respecting brass.
Okay, I guess if that was all that's involved in Star Wars, then yeah, I guess I would reevaluate my opinion. But I just think it's just no. It's not even the sound of brass that I was making fun of. It's more just the.
You think it's funny that there's dudes that blow into an instrument?
Their whole instrument is blowing.
That's so immature.
They just blow.
That's
they blow and they blow and they blow and they blow all over the place.
That's
and then
so
you write them a
offensive.
check.
That's so offensive because I use brass through all sorts of my music. Have you heard of my album Collide? It's really
haven't.
awesome. Yeah, I did it with a 2-time Grammy Award winning composer.
Weird.
Yeah, he did. He actually.
Why is it not on my iTunes?
Probably because your phone can't hold enough data for it. Probably because you've got a BlackBerry or something,
No, I don't.
or a Nokia 3210.
Dude, I have a new iPhone.
Sure.
Trust me on this. So
right now I can't take your word for anything.
But you're saying Christopher Tin and you
Yeah.
made an album with trumpeteers.
Trumpeteers? Oh, can't believe how offensive this is. We made
It's really not.
There were a lot of brass instruments in Collide.
And in all honesty, I really did like that album. And
And why isn't it on your phone then?
No. Closing
Capacity.
No.
Because he's still got a Nokia 3210.
No.
Okay, what?
Closing In is on my phone.
Okay, and do you know what's in
I
that?
fucking love that.
Do you know what's in that song?
Violence.
Brass.
Yeah, but beneath the violence.
There's brass in that.
No, there's not.
Okay, next topic. Vaseline. This one's going to go a long way.
Vaseline.
Okay.
What are we going to talk about?
What are some of the applications of Vaseline for you?
I really can't talk about it.
Why?
Well, it's just like Vaseline. It's either you use it for babies or you use it for really adult things.
What do you do? What do you use it for with babies? Or is it the same thing with
Lubing them up.
That is so wrong. Is it that you got to be courteous on this podcast?
Dude, that is completely courteous. When you wipe, have you ever babysat?
No. I would be so bad at it. Somehow the baby
they would instruct you.
Who's
to the parents.
No, they wouldn't. They would never let me babysit. Not even my sister with her little babies when they were born. She would never let me babysit.
Okay, in some alternate universe where you're allowed to babysit someone's kid, and they're very, very young.
Okay,
Vaseline is something that you have to deal with.
Okay, so have you ever Vaseline your bum?
Not my own bum. No.
Was your bum ever Vaseline?
Yeah, as a child.
Yeah.
And yours was too.
You're still a child.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But
I think we've kind of grossed this topic out here.
Well, yeah, it's been 5 seconds, so we've gone through it, and also you
pickup lines.
Write these topics 5 minutes before the show.
Yes, you seem kind of pissed that I write these topics before 5 minutes before the show. Don't you think that's what makes it interesting?
It definitely makes it interesting, but then you tell me, you put Vaseline on your own ass, and it's I'm supposed to just go with it.
You told me that, and it's not true. So let's just go to the topic that I said, which is pickup lines. Now
I have the best one.
Okay, all right. You got the best one.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I'm in it. Let's role play. I'm a chick at a bar.
Yeah,
and I'm like just sitting there in my flowing red dress, the same one that I used to visit your mum, and you see me from afar, and you see me, and you go like, "Wow, she's beautiful." Now, what do you do?
Well, if it's anyone except you, I would go.
I'm still. I've got to role play this.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
You look like you're in pain.
What?
You look like you're in pain.
I'm not understanding.
Did it hurt?
Did what hurt?
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Oh, that's been used, man.
No, that's the best one.
That's you would get slapped. I'd be like, I'm gonna slap you
no,
now.
they would not slap me. They think it's sweet.
Be courteous.
Do it again.
No. be courteous. Okay. Next, what's your next pickup line?
That's about all I got.
So you've got one pickup line.
No, I have another one.
You have to look at your phone to find it.
Yeah, I have them right here. Hold on 1 second.
I'll just wait while that flock of beautiful women have just left the room.
No, they're not.
Because you're
They've
Googling
left.
pickup lines.
Dude.
He's looking at his phone right now, Googling pickup
No,
lines.
they're still here because they see me in the corner
Yeah.
and they're intrigued by my good looks, my sense of humor, and my personality.
I'd say they're more concerned for your safety. Because you're...
Okay, here's one. Are you a magician? Because whenever I look at you, everyone else disappears.
Oh, that's so corny, man.
Or here's one. I'm not a photographer, but I can picture me and you together. This gets them every time.
This works for you?
Every time, dude.
Oh, wow. That's awful.
Do I know you? Because you look a lot like my next girlfriend.
Do you know what I do?
You, no, I don't know what you do.
I just walk up and say, do you like cheese? And then they look in my eyes and they go, I do like cheese. And then next minute we walk out together.
That's your pickup line?
And we feast on cheese.
Like only cheese? I don't understand. Like,
And that's when she says that. That's when she turns to me and she goes, as long as there's no beans. And I'm like,
she's meant for you, dude.
Yeah, and then I go, of course there'll be no beans because beans are for fools.
But beans are for idiots, babe.
So we're getting very close. We're getting very close to our hour finish line. It's 57.
Really? It's been an hour?
Yeah, it's funny how time goes by.
Okay, can I give you like two more really good ones?
Okay, you want to read more pickup lines?
Just two more.
You're gonna end this podcast on the lowest.
No,
note.
just two more, and then we'll like keep going.
No, we're cutting it. Fine.
Okay, one more.
I'm waiting.
I was wondering if you had an extra heart. Mine was
You
just
stole
stolen.
mine. Like, if you can see these coming, they're really bad pickup lines, man.
They work for me.
They work for you?
Yeah, they do.
Oh. I'm speechless at that. And I really, really feel like we shouldn't even mention the last topic that we haven't read out because it's so boring. Boxes. We're going to end on...
Why did you pick that one as the last one?
Well, I think we just ran out. Read the list down.
When we saw bears versus crocodiles.
We didn't touch on that. Okay.
Boxes, earthquakes.
A crocodile would win, by the way, because if a bear was coming to the water to eat fish, crocodile would just snap it
Yeah,
up.
but no, there'd never be a situation where a bear would have to actually versus crocodile.
Bears are in America and crocodiles are in Australia.
Yeah.
But if that situation happened and I let a giant...
That wasn't the point of the topic. It wasn't like actually a bear versus a crocodile. It was, is a bear more of a threat in America than a crocodile is more of a threat in Australia?
That's how you read it. I just mentioned a bear versus a crocodile. Who'd win? But okay, sure. We can go there. Is a bear more of a threat? Probably in America. And
An alligator, you just gotta stay away from the water.
But that's
a bear,
an alligator. A crocodile is a very different
Do you
creature.
know a bear can climb faster than it can run?
No, but that's amazing.
Yeah.
Really?
Can an alligator walk faster than it can swim?
No, but an alligator has teeth. No, and I'm not talking about alligators. I'm talking about crocodiles. They are huge. They're massive. There's crocodiles out there that would just... I'll tell you what, when I was last in Australia, I went to a place called Port Douglas. And
Oh, yeah, Port Douglas.
up north.
I'm
Yeah,
familiar.
don't act like you know where that is.
No, I know exactly what it is. Yeah.
And there was it's known to have crocodiles, like a few places in Australia.
Yeah, Port Douglas.
Yeah, and there was a sign. There was many signs, but in this one spot, there were children playing in a park, and like 2 meters away, from the park was water, and there was a little yellow sign with a picture of a crocodile, and it said Achtung, which I don't know why it was in German, which I think means danger.
Yeah.
And it says crocodiles here may cause injury or death. Okay, first of all, may cause. If you get bit by a crocodile, like
You're fucked.
yeah,
Your life is
an
over.
injury is like if you get scratched. That counts as an injury. So it should say fix that one sign, man. Will cause injury and probably death.
Just will cause death. That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
Even if it bites off your arm, you're probably going to die.
I know. Actually, I don't. I saw a guy's arm get bit by a crocodile. He worked at a zoo. Yeah. And my grandpa shielded my eyes from all the blood. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. So anyway, now that we're at the 1 hour mark, I want to say it's been fantastic to talk to you about music.
We didn't really hit on earthquakes yet.
Okay, if you want to end on earthquakes, tell me what you know about them.
All I'm saying
make
is
the
that
ground shaky.
No. At any point in our lives, especially living in California, we are prone to the most severe earthquakes, and I dread the day that it happens again.
I'll tell you a story.
Tell me, do you know of earthquakes in Australia?
No, when I first moved to America, in my first week of living in America, there was a big earthquake. I was living in Glendale at the time, and it's so weird. I was sleeping. It was like 4 a.m. in the morning, and I was sleeping, and I sleep naked. And so
Is that important to the story?
Yes, it is, because because everything started shaking, and I was freaking out because like things were falling off the benches, and I didn't know what was going on. But my inner like transcendent mind, that it's something I probably learned at school, and I don't know why, I ran to a door frame, and that's apparently what you're meant to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was a naked man in a starfish position in a door frame.
Was there a girl with you?
No, thankfully not, because I would have looked very silly.
Just your little dangly thing, just.
Little? Oh, don't end like this. Don't end like this.
Earthquakes. Keep talking.
No, that was not courteous.
Dude, I wasn't meaning to insult you in any way.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
It's friendly. It's friendly fun. If we ever had a dick joke about me,
I'll tell you what was shaking the most.
What?
Well, it was, look, you already know, it was it broke the door frame. So then I created my own hazard, because I shouldn't be sleeping naked. I need to
just whacked against the door frame, like broken in half.
Yep.
And the concrete,
everything went on fire.
The concrete burst into flames.
Yeah.
And crushed you.
Yeah.
And you died.
No, I'm here to tell you the story, so I survived.
Because you were covered by your schlong.
By my arms. I was just like that.
Wait, what year was this?
It was 5 years ago.
I never experienced that earthquake.
Probably because you were in Seattle.
Yeah, it was. But do you remember that earthquake? We had an earthquake in Seattle back in like 1998 or something.
I've heard of it.
Did you experience that one?
Because I wasn't in Seattle.
Yeah, and you were like 40 years old. I was in kindergarten at the time, and I remember I had a hot dog in my hand. It was just after lunch.
Oh, yeah. Really? Was it a hot dog?
Yeah. I was in kindergarten.
This podcast is ending on a really bad note, you know?
Let's end it on a really good note then.
Okay. You want to end it on a really nice note?
The hot dog flipped on my hand, and I fell down.
We have to say a compliment to each other.
Sure.
I think you're a really nice guy.
That is so basic. Give me something better.
You are not a basic human. And you don't have a monobrow.
I do. I do have a monobrow. I shave it occasionally, and it's something I'm self-conscious about.
You are? I didn't really think you had a monobrow. See?
I'm not self-conscious about it, but you can see it. I obviously didn't shave it today, and
Do you know
thanks for poinning it out.
Do you know who else has a monobrow? Aggro. Do you remember from Sesame Street? Remember Aggro?
Dude, I didn't watch Sesame Street.
Oh, man.
I watched Teletubbies.
What a crap show. I've tried watching it. I just tried watching it yesterday. Fell asleep. Just doesn't have any plot.
Why? Why did you try watching Teletubbies in your low 30s?
Because I wanted to experience what it's like to live a life like yours, and I was trying to see if I could have something I could relate to you about. So I watched Teletubbies, but it put me straight to sleep. Do you know what? No plot. It doesn't go anywhere.
Obviously, it's meant for 5-year-olds.
And you can tell that the characters aren't real.
Yes, dude, because it's meant for 5-year-olds.
Then why do you watch it?
I don't watch it. You just told me you tried watching it last night, which is an obvious lie.
To relate to you.
Okay, here's my compliment for you, Tyson.
Yeah.
You are one of the most gifted and talented musicians I've ever met.
Oh, you said something really nice.
And it's an honor to be your friend. It's an honor to breathe the same air as you.
Okay.
And one day,
here it comes.
I hope
Here it comes.
to be half the man that you are.
Do you know what? You just took me down with a really nice comment at the end.
Yeah.
Compliment.
And here's one more thing.
What?
You're very clean shaven.
I just shaved about 20 minutes ago.
I know. I heard you.
I did a secret shave while you were eating food.
Yeah. Food's more important to me, but
no, I ate the food. I just eat faster than you.
No, I mean,
I'm a fast food eater. No, I'm not. I don't eat fast food. I'm just a faster food eater.
You said I'm a fast food eaterer?
Yeah. Eatering is my thing. Feeding time.
Feeding time.
That's what it's like for me. Dinner is not something that I just
It's
savor.
fuel.
Yeah, it's fuel.
Food is fuel.
It's just a feeding time.
For me, it's entertainment, and especially, if...
Do you wear a bib when you eat?
No, but you once told me that you wear a pink bib
Yes.
when you eat that says feeding time on it.
Yeah, and then I walk
in bold text.
And then I walk up to beautiful people and I ask them if they want feeding time. And they always say yes.
I doubt that. In Playa Vista, you just walk up to random people.
Stop giving away the location of where I live.
You walk up to people just in this community and you ask them.
I microwave my head for 2 seconds. Then I go out in my bib.
This is a regular habit for you?
Then I go out.
No wonder, dude.
Then I go out in my bib and I sit at any restaurant, and because they see me with a microwaved head and a feeding time bib, and they give me free food. And that's how I always eat free. And let's end on that, because I think that's a beautiful story and it transcends reality. So I'd like to thank you for being on my show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Cheers.